Welcome back to Blast Guys Reviews. In this review, we're going to be taking a look at the new Valaverse Action Force 112 scale action figure Eclipse. This is the package and she comes in. She's recommended for ages 14 and above. So we have the nice window box, shows the figure and all the accessories. Top of the box. Here's the bottom of the box. Here's the side of the box. Nice one. Kind of black and white artwork. Here's the other side of the box. And then we have the back of the packaging with a cross sell across the top and Eclipse's file card. If you're interested about Eclipse, go ahead and get you a close up so you can kind of pause and read her file card. I'll try to hold this for like a few seconds to give you opportunity to pause it. Okay, with that being said, let's go ahead and get her out of the cardboard box and see what she looks like inside. Okay, here she is inside the clamshell, how she's packaged. Man, this figure looks familiar. Okay, here she is outside the box, right out the box. I do like the head sculpt. Nice looking head sculpt. Not sure if he was going for like a Lady J copycat, but I do like how his eyes came out. The face looks pretty good. Short hair. She does have this blue clip in her hair right there. Pretty nice. We have the blue shirt with the lighter blue trim underneath. I'm not going to take the vest off because these things are a pain to get back on. We have the vest, which looks to be the same as the Steel Brigade female, except for the Action Force logo versus the Steel Brigade logo, and obviously the color. These two little tan pouches are for her magazines for her gun. We have the silver clips, the black straps that go around the top of her vest, around to the back. We had the same design, basically as a Steel Brigade Trooper, if you'd watched that review. We have a nice sleeve here, black belt, one thigh pad, and we have black straps on a gray thigh pad, little clip, one removal clips there, pistol case, tan pants, and then we have the gray inside sections. Knee pads are a black with a little bit of silver wash, gray boots. There's some gray soles, a little gray there on the side, gray on the front. On the inner part of the boots, we have some silver straps on both sides. So, she's pretty cool. So stay tuned to this video because you're going to see something you might not have noticed. I did not notice this until I've had both figures in hand, which is unfortunate. I'm not sure if I even paid that much attention to it. But as we look at her overall design and aesthetics and paint and sculpting, we will take a look at it very soon. Tread on her feet. Looks pretty good. I like that. I like that feature. Peg holes on the bottom, top of her head. Pretty nice looking figure overall. So the articulation is figure is going to be kind of weird because I didn't heat her. I'm just going to take her out of the package and want to test her to see what kind of articulation that we have out the box. So for the head, I did notice that the if you look here, if you can tell, the face and the neck is two different colors. So that's kind of unsightly. It's hidden a good because of her hair and her chin, but it's definitely different colors. So up and down on a ball joint. Very stiff. Want to be careful. This is my figure. I don't want to break it. There's a joint there. She will look down freely. Up is a no-no. I need to heat it. It may hinder me because of the back of her hair. Shoulders on a ball joint. Rotate. Yes, they rotate 360. These should raise up to T pose because the So brigade figure does. Yeah, it's not going to move. I don't want to break it. We have 360 rotation of the thigh, double jointed elbow, which is stuck. We have the up and down on the hand. Goes pretty cool. So 360 rotation around on the hand also. Chest articulation is there. I can't really move the waist. It's stuck. So there's a 360 rotation of the waist when you get it freed when you buy yours. Thigh rotation is a little bit maybe. Drop down hips. Those are okay. Yeah, on both thighs we have the rotation. We did that. Knees are frozen. Look how tight. See, that's a problem right there. Like, so let's take a look at this joint. There's no space. I mean, as an engineering perspective, like there should be a very small space between there to allow that joint to move freely. That is basically, it looks like it's just sculpted one piece. On mine at least. That is too tight. There's too much friction there. That's what's happening. They can't get the gappage measurement right. Unfortunately. So, boot cut is there. Very stiff. 360. Ankles are a little freed. No. But they do pivot down and up and side to side. You have the rocker a little bit. And you can rotate it around the actual ankle. The reason I'm being cautious, and I've mentioned it before in other video, there's multiple breakages going on right now. Now that we have received some of our figures, especially with the ball joint in the head, the air pockets in the joints and the ankles. And I haven't seen anything else. I have seen like several videos, but I'm not sure the arms are breaking or any knees or anything like that, but the head and the feet, ironically. So, yeah, I mean, this is the one that kind of caught my eye because I thought she would look good with Condor. I have Condor. I still kind of try to get a review in for him. I can't get her to stand without heating her ankles, so I have to prop her up. So, we'll get to my point here in a minute. Let's go ahead and take a look at what she comes with. She comes with this alternate head. Now, I think the face and the eyes are fantastic. They look very realistic. I think they did a great job. Now, their overall headpiece here, it has the tan, kind of follows suits with her aesthetic. They have that like metallic teal camo. I think it turned out pretty cool. Maybe it would have been good for a different figure, because for me, I want her as she is, because she's going to go with Condor. And let me put this on her. This is maybe for like a special missions piece. And then also you have a scarf that kind of matches that whole aesthetic. And I just dropped it. Sometimes I think these things jump out of your fingers. But very stiff. Has those little tassels on the end. Same color paint. As you can see here. Kind of an extension of that. Not sure how that even would work together or not. Because that is very stiff and that's a huge space on that ball joint. But hopefully you guys ain't looking for me to put this on, because at this point in time, this is my figure. I pay for it, and I don't want to risk breaking my ball joint. I haven't heated her, and I'm not have no point at this point to take it off the head and put this off the head on. So we're going to leave that alone. At least I showed you what it looked like, so you have an idea of what you're going to get in the when you buy, if you buy yours. So here's our gun. Sniper rifle. Pretty much I think this went through the center and painted it black, and then we have the tan on the outside, black muzzle, tan stock and grip. There's no draw barrel, so you have to use the over the barrel blast effects if you do have those in your collection. She comes with that same pistol we sent over and over again. Very boring now. Draw barrel. Okay. And then we've seen the same knife again over and over. It's like it's just a series 3 where the hype on these things were like through the roof. And now we're getting like, did I just buy that stuff? I bought it again. So that's her knife. And then I want to show you this. This is really fun. Look. Yay. Sticky clips. Sticky clips. So these are clips that go in her gun. Stuck to the paper. And they're sticky. So I gotta get those off. But there's 3 of those. We do get our stand. And a sealed bag. We no longer get the Ziploc bags. We get these heat sealed bags. It's not a big deal. Here's the stand outside the packaging. Pretty cool. I do like the stands. I think they're awesome. I like the color and the design. And that I don't like is where you put the file card at. That's just not for me. It will damage your file card if you are a file card collector. So we have the same set of hands here. Gripping hands. Same color palette that we're used to seeing. And then you get the fist hands. Those are cool because you can go one-on-one with the Great One if you want to. Whoever that is in your collection. We got the cupping hands, both sides. So you can have whatever side you want to hold her weapon, you can do that. So that's pretty cool. Okay, for her assault rifle, we do have the clip that fits into here. Fits pretty good. We do have her gun, which should fit, because we've seen this before. If they just use the same mold, yep, we're good to go. Fits inside there. So let's bring her up close. And then we can stick her extra clips into her vest. Just like another figure. She fits in like that. That's how that looks. And her gun. Pretty good. Overall, nice. One thing I do like about the figures is you can put all of the weapons on your figure. And not have to worry about obviously stuff with the hands, of course. But I love when a figure can hold all their weapons. Knife in the back here. That one's a little better tolerance than my Steel Brigade Trooper, so that's good news there. For me, at least, times probably varies from different figure to figure. Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room, and let's bring that elephant up. I just dropped the elephant into our video. Let's see here. And I'm still working on trying to get those girls heated right. So what do you see? We literally was, told about how awesome this female wave is going to be. These 2 figures right here are pretty much the exact same figure. So everything on these 2 figures are the same. You literally have Eclipse as a Steel Brigade Trooper. The only difference in what you're getting is these pieces here. So you get this piece, and then her head sculpt. So if you take off her head and you put on this piece, you have a Steel Brigade. It's just a different paint deco. The vests are the same, the legs are the same, the thigh pads are the same, the boots are the same. Everything is the same. Oh yeah, and also, what else is the same? No butterfly joints. That's great. As you can see on a perspective here, here's Eclipse weapon. Here's Steel Brigade's weapon. These are the same guns, just repainted. It's amazing what a little bit of paint can do. Oh, let's drop that gun. Let's check it out again. So let's check out the stocks for one. Here's the stocks. Looks like 2 different guns because it's painted 2 different ways. So that's the only difference between them. is the paint. All the hands are the same, just different paint. So basically, you bought the same figure twice. So you paid, $31.99 for two new heads and a scarf. So ideally, you can take Eclipse's body and make yourself, if you want, to give it some diversity, a Stargate Commander. Put the head right on there, and look at that. You got. I'm not gonna pop that off because I don't want to break my ball joint. But you can take this, and you can imagine what that would look like if you wanted to do that, and it would work nicely because it has the blue visors versus that light blue on her shirt. So you could sell that as a very easy kit bash for your Steel Brigade Commander if you wanted something different than a copycat of a head swap for your Steel Brigade troopers. Yes, I know. I get it. Use the same molds over and over because the molds are the most expensive part of the engineering and manufacturing process. I get all that. But when you come across as new characters, man, you got to do more than that. You just can't throw like, okay, let's just throw the same body on it. We'll change the colors, and then we're going to put a new head on it, and no one's going to know the difference. And it's like, no one has said this at all. Like, I've seen all the different reviews and stuff and the pictures. No one's talked about like how you were just buying a copy of the same figure with two extra heads and a scarf. So, but on the positive side, you can go ahead and use her pretty nicely in with your Steel Brigade if you wanted to do that feature. So she's pretty cool, I guess. I mean, the body's the same as Steel Brigade, but obviously she's pretty decent. It really bothers me because I absolutely hate doing reviews to where I have to I get a figure I'm looking forward to, and it's just like a disappointment. So I hate having, I always do 100% honest reviews on my channel. I'm not going to hide anything. I'm going to show you my opinion and hopefully, point some stuff out, give you some information, and in no way trying to tell you to buy it, not to buy it. It's just to share what I've picked out because maybe you've not noticed it. But what's irritating because it's like, really wanted a decent, cool figure, and sometimes it's like a letdown. I like getting those figures, and they're like, oh, these are awesome figures. The hype was true, and there's nothing wrong with them. I can take them out of a package, you can just go. But now it's like every brand we got to heat up the joints and this and that. It's just ridiculous anymore. But I guess it is the new way of collecting. It's something we have to deal with because we have improper measurements in the joints. I've seen people or manufacturers try to put like some kind of lubricant in there, and that's not the way to go. But all we have to do is measure that, whatever that is, 10,000ths of an inch or whatever that measurement should be with your micrometer. But it's doable without a shadow of a doubt. I don't know why they missed that because that's, especially on the knees and the elbows, it plagues those two joints a lot. But it is what it is now, I guess. Final thoughts on this. It's a repurchase. It's basically a repaint with the on the head. That's my cons, and along with the no butterfly joints and the stiff joints. The pros, I like the head sculpt of Eclipse. Even the mask version is pretty cool. I think they nailed that realistically. I like the figure. Really wish we had another thigh pad. I guess that would be part of my cons too. But overall, once you get the figure in good working order and all the joints are functioning after they've been heated and they try to stay that way, you should have a really decent figure minus butterfly joints. But other than that, they're cool figures. I recommend you picking them up, but take the information I provide to you carefully because I don't want you to break them. Obviously you can do your toys, do what you want with them, but I'm just trying to get the information out there about the figures, and I'm trying to be an honest channel to where you can come and subscribe to and know that you can trust Black Sky Reviews. And I'm not here trying to get free toys or promotions or money, whatever, on the perspective of getting, from companies to say, hey, here you go, free toys, review these and tell them they're wonderful. You're not going to get that here. You're never going to get that here. So I don't like that idea, and I'm not going to spread that idea. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this review and the information in this video. If you did, again, please consider subscribing. Help the channel out. Hit the thumbs up. Comment down below. Share the video if you like. And as always, we're going to see you in our next review.